So now I will explain about raw water sources. Raw water refers to the natural water that has not been treated, such as river and lakes. It is collected from the environment before undergoing purification, used as the main supply for water treatment plants. Next, the location of primary raw water sources. First location is Sungai Muda. Sungai Muda located along the border between Kedah and Pinang Island, serve as the main raw water sources. Second is Empangan Air Hitam. Empangan Air Hitam is located in a hilly area of Pinang Island, supplies water to the nearby urban areas. Third, Empangan Teluk Bahang, situated in the northwestern part of island, function as a backup water supply. Next, we're going to talk about Sungai Muda as the primary water sources. Sungai Muda is the primary raw water sources for Pinang Island, supplying more than 18% of the state total water demands. This makes it the most critical component of the state water supply system. Raw water from Sungai Muda is extracted through water intake points such as Lahar Tiang intake before being transferred to the major water treatment plants. However, this heavy reliance also prevents several risks such as pollution from agricultural, industrial, and domestic activities upstream. On the other hand, I will explain about the importance of raw water. First, is essential for domestic use. Raw water is the primary source for treated water supplied to household. After treatment, it is used for drinking, cooking, bathing, cleaning, and sanitation. A reliable raw water supply ensures public health and hygiene, so it can reduce the risk of waterborne diseases. Second is vital for agriculture and food production. Raw water is used for irrigation of crop and farming activities. It helps ensure consistent food production and food security. In region near Sungai Muda, water supports paddy fields and agriculture in Kedah and surrounding area.
So now I will be explaining about the water treatment process and sustainability. Water treatment in Pinang primarily utilizes conventional multi-stage processes at plants like Sungai Dua. The process starts with intake and screening. Raw water is drawn and large debris is removed. The next step is aeration. Air is introduced to reduce dissolved gases such as CO2 and oxidized iron for better taste and odor. Coagulation and flocculation, where chemicals are added to bind fine particles into larger heavy flocks. Sedimentation is where water is kept in tanks for several hours, allowing heavy flocks to settle to the bottom. Filtration, where water passes through filter media to remove remaining particles. Disinfection and final treatment is where chlorine is added to kill bacteria, and pH is adjusted with lime. The last step is distribution. Clean water is pumped from the clean water tanks to consumers. How these processes contribute to environmental sustainability. Wastewater treatment processes help remove pollutants and harmful substances from wastewater before it is released back into rivers, lakes, and oceans. This prevents the contamination of water bodies and help maintain the balance of aquatic ecosystems, safeguarding the health of plants, animals, and marine life. Sustainability in water means delivering resources and services to meet the needs of a growing population without harming the environment or contributing to climate change. To be sustainable, we must look at how we use water and the impact it has on the world around us.
Moving to the next one, which is role of governing authorities. In Pinang, the supply and management of treated water is carried out by Perbadanan Bekalan Air Pulau Pinang, PBAPP. This organization is responsible to delivering clean and safe water from treatment plants to consumers through an extensive distribution networks. Its key functions include regulating water pressure and flow to ensure continuous supply, maintaining pipelines to minimize leakage, and monitoring water quality to meet safety standards. On to the next one. Supply and management of treated water for end users. PBAPP supplies and manages treated water for end users by extract raw water from rivers and dams and treat it at water treatment plants to meet safety standards and distribute it to households, industries, and businesses through an extensive network of pipes, reservoirs, and pumping stations. The corporation also manages system operation and maintains by repairing leaks, fixing pipe bursts, and ensuring continuous supply while regularly monitoring water quality to comply with health requirements.
Pinang uses Sungai Muda as the main water source. More than 80% of the water comes from this river. If the river has pollution or low water levels, Pinang may face water supply problems. This is a major challenge because Pinang depends too much on one source. Another issue is water pollution. Activities from factories, farming, and people can make the river dirty. Heavy rain can also make the water muddy and difficult to treat. Besides that, hot water and drought can reduce water levels, cause water shortage. Pinang also faces infrastructure and management problems. Water treatment plants can face difficulties during bad weather or low water levels. The increasing population and industry also need more water every year. Therefore, Pinang needs better planning and more sustainable water sources in the future.